to start a settlement in present-day Liberia. Today in 1900, same year, Asanteague was carried all the way from this wonderful country into May, the capital of the Seychelles. And today in 1952, Elizabeth II became Queen of the United Kingdom and her other realms and territories, as well as the head of the Commonwealth upon the death of her father, George VI. At the exact moment of secession, she was in a tree house at the Treetops Hotel in Kenya. She was in Africa at the time that the news hit her that her father had died and she had become the new Queen of England. She was on a house that was built on top of a mahogany tree in Kenya. And today in 1981, the National Resistance Army of Uganda launched an attack on a Ugandan army installation in central Mubimbe district to begin the Ugandan Bush War. This is the African History class, and my name, Blakk Rasta. And I see so many people right there in the African History class. I want to say thank you so much to all you wonderful people right there in the African History class. I see you, Bob Malik. Thank you so much for joining me right there in the African History class. I love you. Many more people right there in the African History class. I see you, Ras Otufo, Nanato Tufalu, Tu Jaja I. To Bigo Fam. Thank you for joining me. Many more people right there in the African History class. I see TJ all the way from Kia City, aka Kaswa. Here you are also smiling at me, my brother. Sammy Barflex, thank you so much for joining me. TJ all the way from Kaswa alongside Juan Mashoud Abiola. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you, Daddy Bosco, Ahuma Okanse. No two ways about that. The swagalistic Don Dada. My brother, my sister, Mr. Hagler. I see you too. Thank you so much for joining me. Right, Nitaki is also here. And of course, Code Mickey is right there, the African History class. The king of the highway is right there. Thank you so much, Code Mickey, for joining us. Nitaki says, what kind of stinking dirty attitude is this? Ghana Water and Ghana Water Company. If the civilians don't have the mouth to talk, don't you, the authorities, also have the right of conviction to do the right thing? Or is the Tetegu community at Wager not part of the national water distribution? So this is a question to the Ghana Water Company. Oh my God, have mercy. And of course, this was a couple of days ago. Many more people right here, the African History class. Mr. Dusty, aka Andy Dusty, I see you. Thank you so much, Ras Osaje for Doabel, Tendandor, Gomador, Yinzorbil. I want to say thank you so much for joining me right in the African History class. I see you, Bola Ray, headmaster. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you and we love you. Caleb Neboy, all the way in England. It's right here in the African History class. This is the African History class. History class. Good afternoon to you, Caleb Neboy. Right there inside England. Well, my name is Blakk Rasta, and this is 92.7 in Living Stereo. 3FM. And I'm most excited to be with you. Ajete Soa, world dance champion. Good afternoon to you. How are you doing? My name is Blakk Rasta. This is the African History Class. And today we're taking you all the way to Jamaica. And today we're going to be talking about the birthday boy, Bob Marley. My brother, my sister. Oh my God, have mercy. Now, even if we had the whole 100 years to talk about Bob Marley, we will never finish talking about him, my brother, my sister. Oh my God, have mercy. So we're going to go into some of the very interesting things about Bob Marley. Some of the things that you did not really know, my brother, my sister. And we're going to be looking at some of that in the African History Class. If you're ready, I'm more than ready. My brother, my sister, today we're talking about Bob Selassie Kwabena Marley, Nesta Robert Marley. He was born today in 1945. And he was born in 9 Mile, not too far away from Brownstown, right there in Jamaica. His father was a British soldier who had come to Jamaica to supervise the lands and the territory of the British Queen. My brother, my sister, he was called Captain Sinclair Marley. At least that was what he told the 18-year-old girl he met. He told the girl that he was a British captain and that he was in Jamaica to supervise the lands on behalf of the British Queen. She was such a beautiful girl, sexy and hot. She was not that tall. She was bubbly and very, very dark-skinned. My brother, my sister, she was called Cedella Malcolm. Bob Marley's mother, my brother, my sister, got pregnant at the age of 18. At the time when Captain Novel Sinclair Marley was 60 years old. Lord God have mercy. 60-year-old man against an 18-year-old man. It was so common in Jamaica. Because of poverty on the island, a lot of younger girls dated older men. Some of them even older than their fathers. Some even twice older than their fathers. My brother, my sister, Novel Sinclair Marley would always be seen riding on horseback. My producer is going to put up a photograph of Captain Novel Sinclair Marley on a horseback. And he will ride on the horseback, supervising the lands on behalf of the Queen of England. Every time he will stop by the house of Cedella Malcolm and give her a gift and pep talk her. Oh, then later it became a sexual relationship. Bam! At the age of 18, she got pregnant and then she gave birth to a beautiful boy. And he was called at birth Nesta Robert Marley. It was time to get him a passport. Now the Jamaican authorities felt that Nesta sounded more like a girl's name. And when they realized he was a male, they decided to shift the names, one from the beginning to the middle and from the end to the beginning. He became known as Robert Nesta Marley. My brother, my sister. But his grandfather, Omariah Malcolm, maternal grandfather, simply called him Kwabena. His ancestors came all the way from Krumanting, right here in Ghana. And this is the photograph of Captain Novel Sinclair Marley, the father of Bob Marley, riding a black horse, moving from one plantation to the other, supervising all these plantations on behalf of the Queen of England. My brother, my sister, Bob Marley's father himself came all the way from Crossborough, Crowborough in East Sussex in England. My brother, my sister. And he came all the way to St. Anne Parish, 9 Mile, to meet this beautiful lady called Sedela. Oh gosh. Then later he moved on to Clarendon. Oh my God, the birthplace of Cocoa Tea, another Jamaican artist. My brother, my sister, Bob Marley was born today in 1945. Growing up, he was attacked so much by doppies, aka ghosts. And his grandfather, Omariah Malcolm, who himself was a Myal man. And when we say a Myal man, that's M-Y-A-L, it means a herbalist who had the power, my brother, my sister, to go deep into the spirit realm. He would go into the bush and come out with so many herbs, and he would be heard chanting and talking, including mentioning names like Nyankupong, Uchediampong, Nyame, Nyame, Nyame. He will be heard saying Nyame, 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 Nyame. My brother, my sister. Later, when his own daughter, Sedela, asked him, all these incantations, what do they mean? He would say they are the words of our ancestors. Where we come from, these are powerful names of our gods. Nyame, Nyame, Nyame. He came all the way from Krumanting, where they were taken into slavery. My brother, my sister, Bob Marley grew up amidst herbs and fruits. His grandfather loved him, and he made a small amulet for him, which he continued to wear around his arm to protect him from evil spirits. At a very young age, Omariah Malcolm said he's going to grow and become a world figure. So they want to take his life before he reaches there. As long as I am alive, I will make sure he's alive too. Oh my God. It wasn't long when Omariah Malcolm died. At the age of 10, they moved all the way to Trenchtown. By the age of 12, he was already settled in Trenchtown. No wonder he made a song later in life, and he called it Trenchtown. Trenchtown. My brother, my sister, Bob Marley Selassie Kobnamali. Oh my God, have mercy. Trenchtown. him good education. Now he's not going to school. Me will take him to school. Me will take him to school. Nesta don't like school. Him tell me say him no like school. But me I go take him go to school. Me I beg you man, in God's name, please don't take him away. Me I go dead. Him do everything for me. Oh gosh. But they will not listen. They carried Bob away and left the old lady with some money. The following day, the old woman died. She died, and Bob was gone. My God have mercy. Bob Selassie Marley. When he arrived right there, oh my God, he started showing interest in music. Poverty was very dangerous. He used to sleep on the bare floor, and his pillow was a rock. That's why he wrote in the song Talking Blues. He said, cold ground was my bed last night, and rockstone was my pillow too. Talking Blues. Oh my God. Beautiful piece of music. Poverty and discrimination, because he was half caste, as we say in Ghana, half co. He was half white and half black. They said his nose looked like the white man's nose. They would discriminate and insult him, and he would spend so many days crying. That was when he started doing his music. My brother, my sister. When he was growing up and attending school at Stepney School, he had a teacher called Teacher Isaacs, Miss Isaacs. And Bob was able to read people's palms. That's palmistry. He could read your palm and tell you what you'll be in future, what accident will befall you. So when he returned to the parish, many people came back to him to say, where you go, Bob? Me want you to read me palm. And then he will say, me not read palm no more. Now me make music. My brother, my sister. So they will ask him to sing. And then he would open his mouth singing. And the first song his mother heard him sing, my brother, my sister, is this song I'm about to play, Guava Jelly. Oh my God. Watch this. This is Sister Lana me say come dali banana. Oh my God. Guava Jelly. Sexy song. People will pay him to sing. My God, Guava Jelly was the first song the mother heard him sing. My God. All the young ladies in the ghetto were looking for him. He was not interested in them. Bob Marley never had a girlfriend until he met Rita. But Rita was breastfeeding at the time. But she didn't tell him. They went out, sitting in the studio, and all of a sudden milk started coming out of her breast. Tick, 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 tick. He realized that her dress was wet, and she was embarrassed. He walked over to her and said, oh, you are breastfeed? You have a baby? You have to go home now and suckle the baby. My God. He saw her off. She went out there to take care of the baby. Hey. Bob was so shy. He couldn't talk to a woman. He wrote a love letter through Peter Tosh, and Peter took the letter to Rita and told Rita that it was from Bob. My brother, my sister, on the day of their wedding in 1966, Bob Marley was only 19. He was 19. Am I right? In fact, 21, I beg your pardon. When they got married, this is the wedding. He was 21 years old, and Rita was older. My God, she looked older. She had a baby. Hey, on the day of the wedding, that night, he told Rita, I am leaving early in the morning tomorrow. I'm going to America. And he went to Delaware. My God, to start life afresh. Bob, Berhane, Selassie, Bob Marley. But they will meet and smoke together. Rita would smoke a giant. He will smoke a giant. They love to smoke. In the same 1966, Haile Selassie was coming to Jamaica. And Bob told his wife, please do not go and sit with the Rastas and smoke with the Rastas. You know what it means to smoke in my absence? You're going to get horny. You know what it means to say honey? You're going to feel like you want to. A lot of women feel so horny when they use marijuana, aka ntampe. My brother, my sister. So Bob Marley told his wife, please, if you want to smoke, smoke at home. Don't sit with men and smoke. Because when you get horny, and when you feel like you are feel lay down, when you feel you have a little ruku, me no want it. Me no want to hear say, a man lay you down. My God have mercy. And Rita obeyed him. My God. Lord God have mercy. He asked her to go and see Haile Selassie. My God have mercy. And that was what it was. She went all the way to look for Haile Selassie. And Haile Selassie landed in Jamaica. She saw Haile Selassie. And she was happy she did. Oh my God. My brother, my sister, Rita Marley. And it's so interesting, my brother, my sister. When Rasta people feel irie every now and then and feel good when they meet and then they lick samba. My God. Today we're talking about Bob Marley.
Yabo!
Now he and two other people came together. Peter Tosh and of course Bonnie Wheeler. And of course there was Cherry Brightweight. You know, there was Cherry and there was Brightweight. They came together and formed a band. The initial band, which I know you didn't know, was called the Teenagers. They were called the Teenagers at this time. And then they became known as the Wailing Teenagers. Then they dropped the name and picked up the Wailing Wailers. After calling themselves the Wailing Wailers, they dropped it and just called themselves the Wailers. And then the band broke apart in 1974. Bonnie Wheeler did not like to fly. He feared flying just like me. In fact, in any aeroplane, he would start running diarrhea. His stomach will churn. And he decided that he wouldn't want to fly anywhere in the world. He had left the band for good. Jesus. See what happened now? Now, the band got named after Bob. And it was called Bob Marley and the Wailers. My brother, my sister. Bob Marley and the Wailers. That was the beginning of bigger things to come. My brother, my sister. Beginning of bigger things to come. Hi. Things were happening. Bigger things were happening. Bob Marley made a lot of name around, playing his music all over the place, and having people love him. Lord God have mercy. Who else could say what? It was all about Bob Marley. Bob Marley Selassie Bob Marley. Bob Marley Selassie Bob Marley. After he left, he released an album called Natty Dread. And Natty Dread was huge all over. Very huge. It made a big name all over the place, my brethren. And he knew that it was time, my brother, my sister, to embrace the storm of his fame. This is the band. He spoke to his wife, Rita Marley, to get him 2 other ladies to back him. And these are the 2 ladies there, Marcia Griffiths and Judy Mowat. They used to belong to a band known as the Soulettes. When they came together, they were known as the I-Tree. Oh gosh. They carried Bob Marley to the top. Today, my brother, my sister, all the ladies are alive. A couple of members of the band are still alive. 2 days ago, we left the man, we lost the man, my brother, my sister, who is on bended knees right now holding the bass guitar on the far left. And that is the great Aston family man Barrett. We lost him. My brother, my sister, the band moved higher and higher. Higher and higher, performing in America and getting bigger and better. My God. And in Jamaica, they became one of the first to be able to make a strong impact and push Jamaican music to the top. We're talking about Bob Marley Selassie Bob Marley. My brother, my sister, Bob Marley carried the music all the way from Jamaica. And then they decided to call it reggae. And the name itself was actually propounded by the legendary Toots and the Maytals. My God. Natty Dread was a powerful album. It made name all over the world. Bob Marley. Today we remember the man, Bob Marley. He made money. He was able to help a lot of people. He was so selfless. He was a man, my brother, my sister, who saw money as nothing. He was the one who said he's so poor that the only thing he has is money. Full of wisdom. My brother, my sister, Natty Dread, Bob Marley, and the Wailers, they made it big. sister. He was shot in Jamaica in 1976. He was shot. Why was he shot? He was shot because they felt that he was getting political. And because of that, he relocated to England, London to be specific, at the time when he had started dating Cindy Breakspear. She was a Jamaican beauty queen. Oh my God. And she even went all the way to represent at Miss World, Cindy Breakspear. And Cindy is spelled C-I-N-D-Y, Breakspear, break and spear, with E at the end of the spear. My brother, my sister, so beautiful and so sexy. The British press were so racist, talked so much about Bob Marley, referring to him as the beast. And then, too, Cindy Breakspear as the beauty and the beast. Bob Marley had the money, he had the fame, he had the heart of love. Hey, 1977, he released Exodus, the movement of Jah people, and infused a lot of British rock and roll and soul into that. It was an instant hit. Oh, that was the same year. The following year, he was diagnosed with cancer, melanoma cancer. He probably inherited it from his father. My brother, my sister, the genes of his father. Bob Marley died at a hospital. My brother, my sister, after a long battle with cancer. He had gone to Joseph Eisel's hospital in Germany. My brother, my sister, it didn't help him. He started growing lean and losing his hair. So this is Cindy Breakspear, the beauty, and this is Bob Marley, the beast, according to the British press. They were so much in love. In fact, they have a child together known as Damian Junior Gang Marley, the one who gave you Welcome to Jamrock. This is the beauty queen. They were almost getting married, but it didn't happen before Bob Marley died. Oh, God have mercy. This is Bob Marley, the icon of Jamaican music, legendary. Bob Marley fell so ill that finally he gave up the ghost on the 11th of May, 1981, at the tender age of May in 1981. Oh my God. Of course, he had a toe injury and he didn't want the toe to be cut off, all because he wanted to be able to dance properly on stage, called skanking. He died. He lost his father, my brother, my sister, when he was only 10. His father died of heart attack when Bob Marley was only 10. Only 10 years of age. He lost his father, and his father was 70 then. Remember, he had him when he was 60. Today we remember. Oh, we remember Bob, a bit honest.